Hi everyone, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Happy Friday. Coming up this morning, banks set to scale down on lending due to current economic environment. We have details from the Ghana Association of Banks. Meanwhile, recovery of some banking stocks is expected to push the year-to-date return of the Ghana Stock Exchange up the rest of the year. Also, Cocoa Board issues new certificates to investors who participated in its bills exchange program, paving way for payment on new terms. Details coming up. My name is Daryl Kwao. Great to be with you this morning. Hello to our friends listening from Cocoa Radio on KTU Radio. First up, banks have indicated that they will be more cautious and scale down on lending because of the current economic environment. It follows revelations that commercial banks are now struggling more to recover loans. We're going to hear from John Awuah, who is Chief Executive of the Ghana Association of Banks. He says that they will maintain good projects and deals will not suffer. He spoke on PM Express Business Edition.
If you are a bank and you are bullish on loans, you may be taking quite significant risks because of where the market rates are, and very good businesses can struggle during periods such as this. And you all have to be concerned.
So do I get from you that when it comes to the loans, you are now being so cautious than ever before because of the fact that if it's not handled well, things could affect you?
Of course, we are cautious. We want to make sure we do not unduly leverage the balance sheet in a manner that you sanction loans to.
You had John Awuah, who is Chief Executive of the Ghana Association of Banks. There'll be a repeat of that conversation this morning at 11 on the Joy News channel. Cocoa Board has issued new certificates to investors that participated in its bills exchange program. The board, in a statement, maintained that this was done on Monday, September 4, 2023. The move will pave way for payment of interest and principals on these bills under new terms and dates. Meanwhile, the Finance Ministry has also announced a similar move for all investors that participated in the restructuring of the domestic dollar bonds and pension funds. The settlement for these papers was done on September 4, 2023. Now, recovery of some banking stocks is expected to push the year-to-date return of the Ghana Stock Exchange up for the rest of the year. The equity market has so far returned about 26% for investors, driven largely by a few non-banking stocks such as Total Energies and MTN Ghana. Speaking to Joy Business, head of Data Bank Research, Alex Boahen, said that the stock market has performed beyond analysts' expectations. He had a caution against some risks in the market.
For us, we think the market has performed beyond our expectations so far, and there is the risk that some investors may want to take some profit in some of the stocks that have possibly returned over 100%. As you know, some investors are not so greedy. Let me put it in quotes, and they want to take profit. And if we see this trend happening, we could see some sort of correction in some of these stocks, and that could possibly weigh down on the market. But as I mentioned earlier, the general expectation is that we should see the market actually continue attracting interest because of the stability that we are seeing in the economy, and also the banking sector. I think investors are looking at the banks on their own merit.
Head of Data Bank Research, Alex Boahen there. Meantime, the Ghana Stock Exchange is inviting businesses to use the BERS as an additional source of raising funds at lower cost. The managing director, Abnamwa, said the rate of inflation and interest rates make the local BERS the best alternative source for raising funds. She was speaking to management and shareholders of Bayport Savings and Loans during a Facts Behind the Figures presentation.
To us, and again remains open to you people. We see how interest rates have become expensive. We look at how you want to reduce your cost of finance, and we want to encourage you and your shareholder that the Ghanaian public is very interested in also participating your equity capital. We'll be very thrilled to ring the bell when Bayport comes one day to the GSC and raises some equity capital, again reducing the cost of your overall funding.
Managing Director of the Ghana Stock Exchange, Abna Amwa. The Ghana Revenue Authority has reviewed its approach in apprehending retail shop owners engaged in tax infractions. According to Assistant Commissioner at the GRA, Joseph Anand, this will help curb the suspicion of targeting shops. He made the disclosure after leading the enforcement team to arrest some 14 shop owners managers and owners of retail centers defaulting on VAT in Accra.
According to the leader of the enforcement team, Assistant Commissioner Joseph Annan, the exercise is taking a different approach as the shop operators and some stakeholders have reached out to the GRA. He believes this will eliminate the accusations of selective justice against the team.
Because many times some of these people we visit, they feel they've been targeted because you come to a place, many of them are doing similar business, then some may even be bigger, but then you pick one or two, and the signal it sends is that probably they have been targeted, which is not what actually happens. So this time when we come to an area, we look around, those that are qualified to charge the VAT, we come and then we deal with them.
Some of the offenders have been collecting VAT from customers but refuse to pay to the GRA. This, according to Mr. Annan, is a serious offense of the law and will be dealt with as a special case.
Then we charge him VAT. We will also deal with them as the law requires.
The exercise is part of the strategy by the authority to increase revenue for the state.
You're listening to the Joy Business Report. West African insurance regulators are confident of the development of a favorable framework which will guarantee the cooperation of Francophone Bloc to promote a harmonized insurance space. According to the College of Insurance of the West African Monetary Institute, the cooperation of the Francophone Bloc will deepen insurance coverage in the sub-region and facilitate the smooth transition into a single currency by 2027. The Director of Financial Integration of the West African Monetary Institute, Suleiman Atal, has been speaking to Joy Business at the 6th College of Insurance Supervisors of the West African Monetary Zone.
For the Francophone countries in Africa, it's 12 countries. So CIMA is now, we participate in our meeting, we share experience with them, and also we decided something very important, to have a memorandum of understanding between the various supervisors, Ghana, Nigeria, but also with CIMA, because we still have a lot of companies with cross-border activities. Some are from Côte d'Ivoire, their activity in Ghana, so we need to have a good cooperation between the supervisors.
Suleiman Tal is a Director of Financial Integration at the West African Monetary Institute. The cost of yarns for kente production is on the rise, making the hand-woven cloth pricey. Patrons are likely to pay more for a range of designs of their favorite kente. Now, artisans and fashion designers are, however, specializing in reinventing the traditional cloth with a modern twist to encourage patronage. Today on the Business Journal, Love FM's Mona Lisa Frimpong speaks with artisans who say the movement is expensive but will empower a wider range of styles.
It is fascinating to watch George Awuah in his antics of kente weaving. He is experienced in the control of the hand loom as his hands and feet move so quickly. He has been weaving kente for 20 years, encountering minor challenges. But 5 years now, the rising price of yarns has slowed his production.
Raw material, especially the
yarns come in different colors, but it is scarce on the market.
This is the cost and number of yarns needed to complete a set of standard-sized kente cloth.
Soft cotton, 6 cedis, and a hard cotton, and so 6 cedis, 50 pesos.
A cone of soft cotton is 6 cedis, hard cotton is 6 cedis, 50 pesos. Rayon is 7 cedis, but silk is hardly found on the market. The quantity depends on the design one wants.
We use 3 packets, and I have